Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Alright, inshallah today we're going to begin our first class on chapter 1, Introduction. Introduction to Child Behavior. So this chapter 1 we're going to cover for today's class is for week 1. Alright, um, let's look at the definition of children's behavior. So there are two definitions. First is the general definition, and number two is psychological definition. The first one, let us look at the first one. According to Oxford Advanced Learners Dictionary, it's not only Oxford, you can Google it, or you can find any dictionary available that would be giving you about the same definition of behavior. All right, so behavior basically is a way of treating others, or behavior is a manner and way of acting and functioning. So behave. So that is general definition of behavior. So but in psychology, the definition of behavior, actually it consists of all the physical and mental act. So here you couldn't see the words mental act because it's covered by the picture. All right, so basically the definition of behavior based on psychology is behavior consists of all the physical and mental behavior performed, whether it is good or wrong, good or bad, right or wrong, helpful or useful, productive or wasteful. So in psychology, is focusing more on the act of the behavior itself, whether it is good or bad, whether it is productive or not productive or wasteful, whether it is benefit others, it gives bad consequences of the behavior. So that is definition of behavior. All right. And then we move to the next part. We call it indicator. Indicator of proper behavior. What is indicator? Indicator is a sign. Sign of proper behavior. What is proper behavior? It's a good behavior. What are the signs of a good behavior? So basically, proper behavior or good sign of behavior is respect for others. Number one, respect for others refer to children's good social skills. Example, learning to share toys, take turns, learning to listen to people's views. That is a respect for others. So it means that is a good behavior, or that is a proper behavior, right? And then number two is self-control. Self-control refers to the ability to show behavior which is suitable to the social and moral norms. Self-controls the ability of that particular children's ability to show behavior which is suitable, suit or not suitable, according to the norms, according to the culture, according to the practice. Means they're able to control themselves as a individual. So when talking about self-control, they're divided into two types of self-control. First is external self-control. Number two, internal self-control. Externals means outside. Internal means inside. Inside that student inside that children's. External means outside the surroundings. All right, let us discuss what is external control behavior. All right, external control means the behavior is controlled by the environment. Means they behave such a way because of the situation, because of the surrounding, because of the environment. For example, parents give reinforcement after the children perform a good behavior. So due to they know that that situation, that environment will provide him or her a reward, so it means they're able to control of the behavior. Means they are behaving, they behave properly, they become a good boy or good girls just because of they want something that been promised to them. Is from the external factors because of the reward. So reward is external control, whereby internal self-control come from their inner side, come from themselves. For example, children do not steal even though no adults are around. They feel guilt. They feel guilty if they steal something from others. So it means they're able to control themselves. They are not doing that because of someone is warned them, someone because of parents around them, because of teachers around them, because they already instilled that belief, this understanding inside them. So they don't do it because they know that is a bad value, because they know the values, the consequences of that behavior. So this is the example we call self-control, right? Okay, basically when we talk about a proper behavior, indicator or sign, so first one is respect others. Like all of us, you know how to respect others, you know how to respect lecturer, you know how to respect parents, people older than you, okay? So for children, they know how to respect their friends, teachers. And then self-control, this is actually a crucial situation. Some children at home, they're able to control themselves, but when outside, they're unable to control themselves. They become aggressive, they are hyper, they are shouting. So this actually the behavior that shows whether they have a in control or they're able to show the proper behavior. So and then whether it is external factors which can we can stimulate, we can assist, we can groom the behavior by using external factors, and along the way they will able to instill or to act such a good behavior due to internal self-control. But this is we need practice to do that. It take time. Okay, and then next, understanding child behavior according to Islamic foundation. How Islam view when talk about behavior. So generally in Islam we emphasize on adab, or that is a Arabic term, or in Malay we also have the term we call adab. In English we can translate that meaning of adab become manner or behavior. So generally behavior or manner or adab for young children particularly is called adabul atfal. It's an Arabic term, it's Arabic words. Adabul refer to manner, atfal child, okay? Adabul atfal means a manner of the children, okay? So the foundation of managing children's behavior from Islamic perspective, first is character formation. So in Islam, in order for us to manage the behavior of the children's, the foundation, the basis is to form the character, forming a character. In this situation, parents and teachers should provide early education. So how to form the characters? So before you correct the behavior, the first place you need to form. You need to put a foundation, you need to guide, you need to teach. So in order to do that, parents and teachers should provide early education to build the children's character. Therefore, children should develop their personality not based on the punishment, but by character building, guided by the parents. So, in Islam, we are not punished at the first place. But what do? We form the character. How to form the character is by educate them, by teaching them, by guiding them, right? So the process of guiding, the process of teaching and building would develop a personality or characters. And then after that, from there, later on, if after being guided, after being taught, they are not following what been taught with full awareness, then we can impose punishment later on. But punishment is not the first things that we're going to apply in order to teach or in order to correct their behavior. Okay, clear? Okay, good. So, adabul atfal refer to manners of the children. Okay, next, what causes challenging behavior? What causes make parents become challenging, difficult, become tough in handling children's behavior? Apa causes? Punca, factors. So there are three main factors. Number one is children's cognitive level. Cognitive level. Number two, individual readiness development levels. Number three, personality of the child. So this is the three main reason, the three main cause which make correcting the children's behavior become tough. Correcting children's behavior become challenging. So out of these three, which one you able to control, which one you unable to control? Control the face. Right? Alright, that is discussed. Cognitive. Sometimes it's by age, you're unable to control. You want them to behave such a way, but they're unable to follow that instruction because of they are not reached to that level of understanding yet. Okay, that is discussed. What is children's cognitive level? Children's cognitive level usually children have yet possess the ability to differentiate between what is right and what is wrong. So children's unable to follow, to do what is right, what is wrong, what should they do, what they shouldn't do, according to social practice, according to family rules and regulation. They cannot follow because of they are not able to follow. Why? Because of their cognitive level, their thinking level is not reached to the level of able to understand. For example, small children, 2 years old, right? They're playing with their toys, become the whole house messy. So and then you give instruction, clean up, put it back. They are making more messy. They are laughing. They're enjoying making more messy because looking at your face. So means it is not they against the rules and the instruction by you, by parents, or by brothers, or by elder sister. It's just because of they are not understand. They are not in the level of able to understand that instruction because of their cognitive level, because of their thinking, because of their maturity. So that is number one. So what parents need to do if children's cognitive level are not reaching to the level of ability to follow the instruction? So parents and teachers should understand that the way the child thinks influences how she or he would behave. The way children's thinking will influence how they will behave. Sometimes the action resulted from their thinking is not based on logic or rational due to their incapability to conceptualize the situation. They are making messy with the toys not because of they purposely doing that, but it's because they're unable to think rational, because they are not capable to understand the instruction. Another example, a child took his friend's pencil without permission. So that child, for example, 2 years or 3 years, 2 years, we can say 2 years old. So they're taking pencil from his brothers, for example, his sister, without permission. So we couldn't say that action is stealing because they don't even understand the concept of stealing and borrowing. Even how hard you teach them 2 hours or 3 hours about the difference between stealing and borrowing, they couldn't understand because their cognitive level. So basically that is the challenge. They do whatever they want. They do as much as hard as they want without understanding your instruction because of their cognitive level. So this is the challenge. So those who have a little brother or sister age of 2, you will understand how challenging it is dealing with children of their cognitive level. So same goes to teacher who are taking care of 2 years old or infants. So they will face this challenge because they don't understand. Number 2, individual readiness development level. Individual readiness development level refer to children could not perform a good behavior because incapable of doing such thing due to their physical immaturity. They may intentionally perform certain tasks but end up spoiling it. For example, children 3 years old may try to pour water from a bottle, may end up spilling it. It is illogical because it is related to their nature development of motor skills. Individual readiness means their their fine motor skill is not ready to do that activity. Example, children 3 years old, you suruh isi air dalam botol menggunakan jug, habis tumpah. Why? Bukannya dia tak nak ataupun sengaja tumpahkan, because of their motor skill is not capable of doing that. They are not ready developmentally, means their motor skill is not developed yet. It's not fully developed to be able to pour a water from jar to a bottle. And then you ask them to carry a cup of water from kitchen to in front. So spill all the way from kitchen to front. Why? Because of they are not developed, their motor skills is not developed yet. So that we call it individual readiness. So it means they are not ready They are capable to do that when the times come. And number 3 is personality of the child. Challenge number 3 is personality. In some cases, the challenging behavior resulted from their predisposition. Predisposition means inborn characteristic. Inborn characteristic, we call it nature. The automatic, the natural characteristic. Some children, they born with aggressiveness. Some of them, they are active. Some of them, they are quiet, introvert. Some of them, researchers have found that children with this characteristic are prone, aggressive, and antisocial behavior. For example, child with a short temper is easily provoked, consequently may use direct aggression. For example, hitting and beating others. Because of their personality. How they get this personality? We will learn later on. How personality develop to the children. So if the children by nature, naturally, they have this personality, aggressive, extrovert, active, right? So their action might lead to aggression, like hitting or harming or distract things. So that are the example. So because of these three causes, children's cognitive level, their developmental readiness, their personality of the child by nature. So this actually uncontrollable, because that is uncontrollable means you as a parents, as a teachers, as a brother cannot control all these three. Actually that make it challenging. But when these things settle, when these readiness develop, when the personality of the children can be changed later on due to the maturity, due to the stages when they are ready, so this challenging will be decreasing. It's become manageable. When we become manageable, then we able to manage the child behavior. Right? So let us recap. So in this first part of lecture, we discuss about definition first, general definition, and then psychological definition, right? It consists of physical and mental performing. Means they are not doing physically automatically, but they have a factor of thinking according to psychology. Number 2, the indicator of proper behavior. Respect, self-control, and self-control divided by 2. External control, do good behavior because of environment surrounding, and then do good behavior because of internal self-control. So number 3, we discuss about adabul atfal or child behavior according to Islamic foundation. So in Islam, in order to understand, to ensure they behave such a way, we need to form the characters. How to form is by guiding, right? Develop, teach, provide early education to the children. And the last part is what causes behavior are challenging because of all these three children's cognitive level, individual readiness, and then personality of the children's. Okay, so I think that's all for part 1 of the lecture. Thank you. Assalamualaikum.